What's happening with you? Why are you acting like this? How can you not have any idea why I'm mad right now? Just mind-boggling. I work with you because I believe in you and I trust you. And you violated that trust. This isn't about me being upset. This is about your actions. Either you made a mistake, or you're not the person I thought you were when I said I'd travel with you. Okay, I'll listen to what you have to say, but I'm not going to accept excuses. I want to believe that you can be a better person. I'm relieved that you're willing to try. This isn't how you handle... That's true. What's done is done. I'm glad you're willing to think of it as a mistake, at least. I guess I can believe that we can move beyond this. But please, learn from this. We have a universe to explore, and I'd like to do that with you. But do this again, and I'll have to reconsider.
No more Starborn have shown up.
If you need time away from here, always point the way and we'll be off.
Sarah! Sarah, good to see you again, my dear friend.
I'll try, but I doubt any of them will compare to their spectacular...
Bye.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents?
No, she figured that out a while ago.
Oh. Oh. Yeah.
That's... Keeper, when...
Perhaps you should talk... Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought, we enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days. But, yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest Varun worshippers. I visited her a couple of times.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
It's a shame House Varun abandoned their embassy. I bet we could have learned a lot from one another. Is there a reason we're taking a swim?
By the way, Captain,
If you're looking for a tracker, you've come to the right place. If not, well,
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you? Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times. Our early records are more, but there is a man walks into the first. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an and the founders respond, and it kind of goes on. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. Fortunately, always happy to help.
by the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
A visitor? I have all the company I need. He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions. The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe. That is the truth. No more. Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan, But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes, remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy and delivers the killing blow. That is all. Then we are done. And take this. It is of no more use to me, and it is better kept by a promise of the Great Serpent.
Contrary to what you might have heard, UC security personnel are good people. And Sergeant Yumi just happens to be an old friend. Oh, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent. I've flown across most of the settlement systems in all manners of spacecraft. And yet,
Oh, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought? Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn? Was there anything else? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted to... Now... Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the... Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it? Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things. And so you think this word unit? Well,
Weapons online. Opening fire.
Whoever built this homestead seemed to have settled in for the long haul. roaming this planet. I have something I need to discuss with you. Big mistake. Jetpack damaged or something?
I picked up something you might be interested in.
It can't be. You found me. I knew I made the right choice in letting you go. You did. Now it's all starting to make sense. You should come aboard. As a Starborn here who is very interested in meeting you.
I can speak for myself. Constellation ship, you weren't invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. Your one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want. Good. See? We can all get along. For now.
I'm sure they're sad to see you go. Docking complete. It's so satisfying seeing the hatches line up.
Hello. Again. Do you remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise.
I don't think your patient counselor act is working on them.
We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others are in it for themselves.
We are all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should. And who gets to say that? You? Me? The emissary? I have debated morality for near infinity, and all I have found are groups of people enforcing their will on others. Rules and laws spoken as principles, but backed by arms and violence.
Enough. We have more to discuss. The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
So, I gotta say, this part is more awkward than I thought. Hiding my face was way easier. I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the launch to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye, while we held off the Hunter. One of me, at least. I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds. And that's the problem. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter heaven.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done countless times.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp? You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks, to give up, to appreciate the universe you have. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides. Bingo.
I want a truce. Between all three of us. I will give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine. Or the Hunters.
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember, one of us isn't trying to judge you.
I know I'm sure you have more questions. It is not an easy experience. You will be leaving this Maybe that's why it all... different. It's hard, but... You've seen the tip. We can't let more like him. When all the artifacts... through it...
The emissary, whoever created the artifacts and built those temples, is playing a game with us. One whose prize is access to the center of all creation. There are no rules. I don't kill for the Unity. I'll admit, as soon as I read, to see what would happen. Usually, you're the one who... Sometimes I manage hundreds. I took it as They enter the unit. I am many things. The emissary. No, we all... Honestly, I was beginning to wonder. But you...
Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here, to open the way. Yes, I will say no. And I am sorry, I hope you will see what I have seen. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure they have gathered more information on the remaining artifacts in the fringes of space. Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned. But I will leave that to you.
Only one body. Could be worse.
Hello.
There's something I need to talk to you about. Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Vectera. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel? No, I don't think you understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music. How did you feel inside? That's an interesting reaction. But I suppose it shouldn't surprise me. When dealing with the artifacts, common sense tends to go right out the window. True. But hey, how else would you describe it? The artifacts are so different, so alien, and I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery. Agreed. Unfortunately, there's no way that I know of. Frustrating? It would be... I knew I picked the right person for... Look, and I... Station is easily over 100 years old. Original Nova Galactic construction, is my guess. Built to stand the test of time.
I wonder why this place was abandoned in such haste.
Engine spin-up time almost complete. Total time 5 minutes 22 seconds. Right on schedule.
How are the helium-3 valves holding, Nova?
We double-checked the leakage concerns this morning before the launch. All signs green.
Any changes to the calculation sequence from Voltaire?
No changes since we uploaded the last figures yesterday. It's a clean shot from here to Jupiter.
One day the computer will be on board the spaceship. Just imagine that.
One miracle of science at a time, Canaveral. Counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Canaveral, are you reading?
All clear, Nova. Indicators look good. The ship should be cruising Jupiter's orbit right now. Visual confirmation will be possible in 32 minutes. Afraid the speed of light is on the slow
Amazing to think
side
that we're
these
standing
days.
on the same planetary body where
How does it feel
humankind
to break the
first
laws of
ventured
physics,
into
Canaveral?
space.
We're all pretty excited
Come a
down
long
here at
way since
NASA, I
then.
won't lie.
Excited enough to tell me where you got the original data?
Not in a million years, Nova.
I have things for you.
We've arrived!
Unless I'm mistaken, that's one of the launch towers used during the evacuation of the Earth. I can't even imagine the chaos. The most likely way into the NASA facility is via an elevator shaft taking us straight down. Hopefully the system is still in operation. operation. I will never get used to seeing you do that. I hope the occupants of this colony ship found alternate transportation to evacuate the Earth before it was too late. The lift system seems to be completely offline. We should search for a way to restore the power and get it back into operation. This looks like it was some type of crew preparation area.
Station log. Station log. Station log. Dr. Judith Satien.
Probably the last step before boarding.
Never been so nervous since I had
It's
my
definitely
transportation.
seen better days.
4 hours talking to Victor and his team about theoretical metals, atomic bonding, even a half-hour divergence into magnetism that I'm pretty sure was to throw me off the trail of what we were actually talking about. Then I got to see the lab. I don't know how much I should say.
Oh my goodness.
The periodic table just
Some
got
of the
thrown out the
artifacts
window.
here are from the earliest years of NASA. Oh, what a shame all of this is left behind to deteriorate.
I just don't understand where these calculations came from.
There's something wrong with the math? I think it's quite straightforward.
That's not what I'm asking. We've had no success extracting even a sample of material from the object. No explanation for the gravitational effects. No motion graph to explain its harmonic frequencies. I can't even establish a melting point.
Judith.
They were clearly testing space habitat viability in this
And now
area.
you want me to bump helium-3 into it based on this equation you written on a goddamn napkin?
I just need you to trust
Not
me.
much left of this
I
geology
have been
laboratory.
trusting you.
Ironically,
We keep slamming our
the
heads against
surrounding
the brick
rock
wall,
appears to
getting
have
nothing.
sealed the fate of
And you
this
keep
part
coming
of
up
the
with something
facility.
new to try. Like, you know what's going to happen. Where are you getting your information, Victor?
I'm sorry, Judith. Look, not here, okay? Somewhere off base. I'll tell you everything. But I'm not lying, okay? We're going to discover something important here. I promise.
found one of Vasco's long-lost relatives. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to find out. Tapped into the universe itself. An impressive facility. The logistics it must have taken to build it this deep underground. It's astonishing.
Project log.
Project log. Dr. Judith Tatian. I watched the gravjet tests from the moon today. It was the first time we were able to talk to the team at Nova Galactic directly. So many things were under wraps before, but now everyone wants more publicity they can get. I'm already seeing proposals for manufacturing hundreds of drives. Expeditions to Alpha Centauri and beyond. It's also overwhelming.
If there's a way to access the deeper sections of this
Could
storage
take years.
area, I'm certain we'll find
before
it.
we know what all these side effects of operating a grav drive can be. But no one wants to hear that right now. Like a bunch of pioneers racing towards the edges of the frontier without knowing about the grizzly bears in the mountains.
Where did you learn to pick up? You know what, on second thought, I don't want to know.
I never actually got to visit your labs.
I know.
My name is Dr. Victor Isa.
Oh my
God. If you're listening to this,
The grav drives destroyed
you
Earth.
probably already know.
And at the core of the first drive.
I was young when I first headed the retrieval team of an odd gravitational anomaly on Mars. But I kept what really happened that day hidden from everyone except one other person. Even she didn't believe me at first. But I have no reason to lie to anyone now, so I hope you'll accept this confession, whoever you are. When I touched the anomaly, I experienced 12 days of lost time.
On the surface of Earth.
He told me everything that has since come true.
Now it looks like other Starborn got here before us. So, you might have company.
jetpacks for a reason, isn't it? You've got nothing! Nothing!
Understand now why I asked you to come here. The artifacts unlocked the secret of interstellar travel. At the cost of Earth.
An easy trade, honestly. Why have one world when you can have all the settled systems? Assuming we weren't going to lose it anyway. War, disease, famine, all the classics.
Don't you see? The power of the artifact forced humanity to the stars. They didn't get to make a choice. How many would have chosen Earth? What gave Victor Isa the right to choose for them?
You see the hypocrisy in what the emissary is saying, right? They don't want to rob people of their free will, but then they steal the art.
In the wrong hands, the power. Join me, old.
Oh, no you don't. You're not her old friend, remember? You're from another universe. Don't try to manipulate her. Okay. I couldn't win you over on philosophy. And you might not.
Thank you.
Well, can't say I didn't try.
The buried temple.
You're lucky I'm a man of my word.
Stay for a moment. You must have questions about what happens next. We will not be able to. You will need to work. There's always a final artifact. Expect it. He and I have made it. We let him go. I will meet you in orbit. All of the other artifacts need to be get. I will be bringing